Misbehaving, and I don't care at all. So don't try to stop me. Listen,
Friday, May 17th.
Upper Bay Street comes alive
with runs and rhythm as we unleash the vibrancy and magic of Vincy Mass 2024, along with the ICC World Cup Trophy Tour. Dive into the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, where the infectious sounds of calypso and soca music fills the air.
The sweet sounds of steel pans spread across the streets, accompanied by the energy of Mardi Gras.
Come and experience the thrill,
the nostalgia,
and the unforgettable moments of the ICC World Cup Trophy Tour.
You're invited to unleash the spirit and dance into the heart of the celebration
as we launch Vincy Mass 2024
on Friday, May 17th at Upper Bay Street. Get ready to unleash them,
the vibe, the energy, and the pace.
Carnival again, say we love play. Martin we playing, say we love play.
99.9 WEFM.
Activated mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is 9:25 and you're listening to Activated Mornings this morning. In case you're just joining us, this is Ari. With me is Roleza, and we have with us from the St. Vincent Tourism Authority, Marlon Joseph, and from Runs and Rhythm, I hope I'm getting this title right, the marketing officer, Ezzie Roberts. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you, or good morning to Roleza, morning to Marlon, morning to all listeners of WEFM.
All right, good morning, gentlemen, yes. And how are you this morning?
Yeah, we're doing well. It's happy to be on once more to speak about cricket and carnival.
All right, so jump right into it. Tell us more.
All right, so I will start because the trophy tour is the big thing that is happening as it relates to the ICC, the upcoming men's ICC T20 Cricket World Cup. As we all know, we are going to be hosting matches here at Arnesville Playing Field. And when I was last in studio, I mentioned that the trophy tour was coming. So the trophy arrives to St. Vincent and the Grenadines tomorrow at the Argyle International Airport around 12:50 p.m. And when it gets here, we're going to have a big fanfare because it's a big event. We're going to be having a water salute to welcome the plane, bringing in the trophy. As well, we will be having a brief welcome ceremony at the Argyle International Airport. And one of the main features of this welcome ceremony will be the presence of past West Indian players, Vincentians who have represented the West Indies cricket team. And also we will be involving members from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines under 19 cricket team, because we want to use this opportunity to help to inspire the youth who are engaged in cricket and those who are aspiring to play cricket and to represent the West Indies cricket team. So we'll be having that pass, that baton moment. And yes, the pun is intended there as we connect our legends to our youth. And after the welcome ceremony at the IA, we will be having an exciting caravan, splendid caravan coming down from the airport right into Kingston. And with that caravan, we'll have stops at popular public spaces on our way down into Kingston. And when we get to Kingston tomorrow, Wednesday, May 15th, we will be culminating the celebration at Upper Bay Street at a bar located just outside of the Kingston Cruise Ship Terminal. It is called Legacy Bar, and we'll be having a fan engagement activity there at Legacy Bar. And this fan engagement activity is really to demonstrate just how cricket impacts our social spaces. cricket, as we know, is something that is popular in rum shops, in bars. You have cricket is on the radio, cricket is on the television. You have the men there playing dominoes, playing drafts, whatever. But cricket is part of that atmosphere, that social atmosphere. And that is what we want to speak to with this fan engagement event at Upper Bay Street at the Legacy Bar. It will begin around 4 p.m. So we are encouraging everyone to come out and be a part of this fan engagement event, Upper Bay Street at Legacy Bar, just outside of the Kingston Cruise Ship Terminal. You can't miss it. And let me go back and let me go now to the next day, which will be May the 16th, which will be the Thursday. So we'll be taking the trophy to Mount Young at Black Point Beach. Now, this is one of our most iconic black sand beaches in the destination. And SVG is, of course, known for its black sand beaches. And we want this to be a feature in the official photo tour, trophy tour photography. So we'll be having a sunrise black sand photo shoot with the trophy at Black Point Beach. And also we'll be involving later that morning the local Kalinago tribe led by Sado, Augustine Sado Sutherland. They will come out dressed in their Kalinago regalia to be a part of the photo shoot with the party, with the trophy, because we want to show as well or highlight aspects of our cultural heritage with this trophy tour. And within that same Black Point area, we have the Sandy Bay Secondary School located nearby. They're going to be a part of this fan activation. We will be providing transportation for schools within the Georgetown and surrounding areas to come down to Black Point Tunnel to be a part of the fan activation event at Black Point, because we want to involve the school children as well. And then from Black Point, we'll be going up to North Leeward. We will be reaching as far as Chumaka, and our main setup down there would be at the Chumaka Government School. And again, all of the schools within that vicinity will be involved in this fan engagement. It is going to be open to the public, because the whole aim is to drive public engagement. And this is what we are stressing. It is a participatory event. We want the fans to be heavily involved. And as a multi-island destination, we have to go to the Grenadines. So we will be taking the trophy tour to Beckway on Friday, May the 17th. Our main setup for that activation will be at the Almonchi area in Port Elizabeth. They refer to it colloquially in Beckway as the Parliament area, perhaps the most popular social public space on Beckway. But before we set up in the square there, we'll be going over to the Beckway Anglican School for a fan activation event, targeting again the school children. And just like on the mainland, all the schools on Beckway will be involved in that activation as well. And also a feature on Beckway will be a visit to Fort Hamilton, which is an iconic tourism site on Beckway. And we want that to be a part of the photo shoot as well. And then we get up from Beckway to Kingston, where we will join with Vincy Mas launch, and the trophy tour will be a part, the trophy will be a part of the Vincy Mas parade. So there we'll go right into from the runs, which symbolizes the cricket. We go right into the rhythm section with Vincy Mas on Friday.
All right, let me just ask one quick question before we go over to Ezzie. Marlon, you mentioned several times about fan engagement with the trophy. Is it a case where persons will be able to take photos with the trophy? What exactly is happening there?
That's a good question, very good question, because there's a protocol that guides how the trophy is moved, how it is handled. For instance, members of the public would not be allowed to go and touch the trophy. There's a handler coming from ICCN, the International Cricket Committee, will be coming, and they will be responsible for handling the trophy. Now, if you are not a head of state, or if you are not classified as a West Indian cricket legend, someone who have represented the West Indies before, or if you're not a past ICC champion, you cannot physically touch the trophy. But the trophy will be set up in such a way that you can go and you can have a picture taken next to the trophy.
All right. Ezzie, over to you.
Yes, well, we passing the baton from the run straight into the rhythm. So I'm collecting at this point. I'm going to sprint my leg of the race now. Yeah, so, you know, it's important that we reflect on the whole vibe and of cricket and what we normally experience when we go to cricket events, especially, you know, the 50 overs games had a lot of excitement. And then since T20 was introduced, it has created a lot of interest from persons, male, female, young, old, different age groups across the globe attend. And those who can be in attendance, they tend to look on whatever mediums they can get to view it online and so forth. So this ICC World Cup T20 series in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a big thing for us, and hence I'm happy that the LOC has made the move to ensure that we have this trophy tour being executed in the manner in which it is being done, as explained by Marlon.
What is the LOC?
The Local Organizing Committee.
Okay.
So you have the ICC, which is the international body, but you have the LOC, which is the local. Thank you. All right, good. So now Vincima should have been launched on the 4th Saturday of May, which is the case traditionally the 4th Saturday in May, which would have been the 4th this year. However, because of the symbolism of this trophy tour, we wanted to coincide to make the runs and rhythm a reality. We decided to push back the date of Vincima's launch to the 17th, which is this Friday. So we will be having, when the trophy tour comes from Beckway, they'll be joining our activity at Upper Bay Street. Originally, it was Heritage Square, but because of the logistics, the amount of things we have to get set up and so forth, doesn't give us enough space on Heritage Square, given the amount of structures and things that are already there, with persons doing their own operations and so forth. So we had to go in a bigger location. So our launch this year will be coming in 3 parts. We have the juniors concert between 4 to 5 p.m. And the junior concert will feature winners of the junior categories in Vincima's last year. So we have Junior Calypso Primary School, Divine Walters from the Sandy Bay School. And we have Junior Calypso Secondary, which was Mr. Omani Cupid of Emmanuel High School. We have the Junior Soca Monarch winner, DeAndre Simmons. He's from St. Martin Secondary School. And the Junior Pan winners, Hennessy Starliff, along with junior mass sections and so forth, and other junior appearances will be on this concert within that hour. Now, that's from 4 to 5. From 5 to 6:30, we're going to have the DNA parade. This is where the trophy tour, when the trophy comes up from Beckway, will be positioned to be a part of the trophy tour. We're going to leave from this area on Bay Street, heading down towards Little Tokyo, and then across to Methodist Church area, and then up on Back Street, and then up to Heritage Square and back down to the street where we'll be having the big Vincima's launch. We have some DJ music. During that time while the parade is going on, there'll be music at the location, and then we have the big official launch of Vincima's around 7 p.m. Now, the launch would include flow force run. Now, that flow force run is for the activities that will be taking place, whereby a number of artists had requested to be on the Vincima's launch, and we have decided to create a form for them to enter, and then we're gonna select 10. We're gonna select 10 persons, 10 artists to participate in a competition. The winner of the competition will be receiving $5,000 as the first prize, including other things. For example, they'll be guaranteed a performance on a CDC event, a show of their choice. They'll be given tickets for 2 to all CDC events of 2024 and so forth. Official photo shoot, professional photo shoot will be arranged for that artist as well. So with all that we are giving to the artists, we know that these guys will be coming, bringing their A game to this activity, the launch of Vincima's, and it's called Flow Force Run. It's called Flow Force Run because Flow is the sponsor of this segment. At this point, I would like to say thanks to Flow for being the sponsor on the launch of Vincima's 2024. Apart from these 10 artists, we will be having other artists as our guest artists. Fire Empress, Keith Currency, and El Pang. Those are our featured artists that will be performing their catalog during the activity. And of course, we can't have the launch of Vincy Mass without Steel Pan, without Mass, and all the other elements. So they will be included in this official part of the launch. I just want to go back to the DNA parade for a bit. When we say DNA parade, it's basically highlighting what is within the DNA of Vincy Mass. And some of the elements would include like the boozy back, the monkey band, the traditional juve. Of course, we are one of the islands that are able to maintain traditional juve despite the impact of paint ban on juve. We're still able to maintain traditional juve. And I would like to give kudos to all the folks involved in keeping it alive. So they'll be a part of the launch, the DNA parade. And we're also going to have the paint band juve. Those who are willing to participate, they're welcome. We're going to have bobber dancers or still dancers as they are called. And then we're going to have some dance. We have dance groups and we have carnival costumes and so forth. So it's a whole big callaloo in the DNA parade. And t-shirt bands, of course, will be included. And we're going to be running a promotion where we're going to have a number of packages of t-shirt bands from last year that we will have available to give to persons who are interested in coming to be in the parade wearing t-shirts from last year. So that in a nutshell is what we have in store for the launch of Vincy Mass 2020.
All right, so the time is 9:40 here, and it's usually the time for community daytime. Just letting the listeners know that community dateline will be pushed back 5 minutes to facilitate this interview. So I have two questions, and I want to start with: we see here on the CDC's website that there's Steel and Glitter, Junior Soca and Calypso, Junior Panorama, Evo, Soca Monarch, and Dimash Grass. What should we, as Vincentians and listening from the diaspora, what should we look forward to experiencing that's different from what we experienced last year?
Well, right away, I'll tell you, you mentioned Evo. Last year we did something different, which we tried something you wouldn't know if things would work unless you try them. So over the years we have had Raga Soca and Soca Monarch together, and we figured that we could change and just have Soca Monarch by itself and put the Raga Soca with Evo. So this is something that we did last year. It didn't work out from different angles, different reasons, and so we have reverted this year to having Raga Soca and Soca Monarch on the Saturday night jointly as it used to be. So this year, that's one of the difference. Ever would return to what it was originally, a fete, a white fete, with live performance, live band and artists performing, etc. So we have removed Raga Soca from Ever. That's one of the
All right, so we have a call coming in. We'll take this call quickly. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Good morning. DNA.
Good morning.
We call DNA what? DNA. We call it DNA parade.
Yes, please.
You know, Michael Teja, I'm not pronouncing the word properly, the Road March King Senator this year. You know, he could sue you guys for using that word DNA. You know that, right?
Well, that's news to me. I thought DNA was being used long before that time.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't know it's something that he invented, though.
Paula said he's joking.
I believe your influence came from that song, although the word's been around a long time, because you didn't think about it before that song came around. That would be my response to that. I just tuned in, so I don't know if you covered it already in terms of the price money in the various categories. I understand there been an increase in the price given to the components of Carnival. Did you cover that? Yeah.
No. We're dealing specifically with the launch of Vincy Mass. Things of that nature we'll deal with later down in the season as we talk about Vincy Mass in general. But right now we are focusing on the launch of Vincy Mass and what we're doing relative to runs and rhythm, the combination of the trophy tour, ICC trophy tour with the launch of Vincy Mass.
All right.
And one thing I would be looking forward to see if it happen after that, when you have your corporate sponsors, and I would be disappointed if Sandals is not one of your major sponsors. I would be disappointed. So That's all I'll contribute for today. I'll listen to the rest of the program. So have a good day, guys. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So the second question is, so earlier in the year, I think it was last year, we saw it announced that Karen Calvert-Jones and managed Carlos James were appointed to the CDC. Should we look forward to seeing them officially being announced at the launch? Because I'm not seeing their names on the CDC board committee and staff on the website.
No, well, that announcement was made at a media conference previously. So they have already been functioning in their various capacities and so forth. So that is official. I've not known any past where board members were introduced at the launch event. And that's not normally done.
But I'm curious because I'm not.
We have welcomed them on board, and we are happy to have them, of course. And they have been functioning with the CDC, the Carnival Development Corporation.
All right, so we have just about a minute left in this interview. So, Marlon, give us a reason again for persons to come out for the tour that's happening with the trophy. And of course, Ezzie, give us a reason as well for persons to come out to the launch of Vincy Mass.
Yes, Marlon, the thing is, World Cups in whatever sport is not something that any country or region will be ever able to host maybe more than once in their lifetime. So I think to have the opportunity to be hosting World Cup matches in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and to have, specifically as of tomorrow up to Friday, having the trophy for the Men's T20 International Cricket World Cup coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I will describe that as a unique opportunity for Vincentians to be able to engage with that trophy by joining us with our fan activation activities that we'll be having from tomorrow up to Friday. It's a unique opportunity, and I'm encouraging all members of the public to come out and be a part of all of our fan activation events.
All right.
Yes, and similarly, we are happy to be a part of this joint venture called Runs and Rhythm, the ICC Trophy Tour, along with the launch of Vincy Mass. And let me take this opportunity to invite one and all to come on out and bring the entire family out to this activity. Like I mentioned, we're going to have T-shirts from different T-shirt bands from last year that we'll be giving to persons because we want to have that T-shirt presence within the parade. So feel free to be a part of it, even if you doesn't have a T-shirt from last year. You can come on down and be a part of the activity. You can bring your own T-shirt for whichever year. If you want to feature a Touch T-shirt from 20 years ago, feel free to do so. Or from whichever band, Green Machine from 10 years ago, you know. So we just want to see that strong T-shirt band presence within the launch of Vincy Mass 2020.
All right, fellas, it has been a pleasure. We're hoping that after the launch we could speak some more about more of the activities that we should look forward to for Carnival Vincy Mass 2024.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.